You're about to witness something extraordinary, something that will fundamentally alter how you perceive yourself and your place in this infinite universe. But first, let me ask you this. What if everything you've been told about transformation is backwards? You've been conditioned to believe that becoming more is the answer. More successful, more spiritual, more enlightened, more abundant. You chase growth, accumulate knowledge, stack achievements, collect experiences. Yet despite all this expansion, something feels incomplete. You're still trapped in the same emotional cycles, attracting similar circumstances, hitting invisible ceilings that seem to mock your efforts. Here's what nobody tells you. The quantum field doesn't respond to your additions. It responds to your subtractions. It doesn't recognize your accumulations. It recognizes your dissolutions. The very identity you're trying to improve is the barrier preventing your transformation. Think about it. Every morning you wake up as the same person who went to sleep. Same thoughts, same emotional patterns, same biological rhythms. Your body carries forward every memory, every trauma, every limiting belief you've ever absorbed. You're not living in the present moment. You're recycling the past in real time. Your nervous system has become a biological time machine, constantly broadcasting yesteryear's frequency into today's reality. This is why your affirmations feel hollow. This is why your visualizations lack power. This is why your meditation practice sometimes feels like sitting in traffic rather than touching the infinite. You're trying to create from the same energetic signature that created your current limitations. But what if there was another way? What if the secret wasn't becoming someone new, but dissolving into no one at all? Before we dive deeper, if something in these words is already stirring recognition within you, if there's a part of your being that doesn't need intellectual understanding to grasp this truth, hit subscribe. Not just to this channel, but to this frequency we're about to explore together. Because what we're building here isn't content, it's a field of transformation. Now, let's explore what happens when you step beyond the boundaries of selfhood into the vast ocean of pure potential. Your personality is not who you are. It's simply a collection of learned responses, emotional habits, and mental patterns that crystallized over time. Every thought you think you own, every emotion you claim as yours, every reaction you identify with, these are simply programs running on autopilot. Your subconscious mind is like a biological computer executing code written by past experiences, cultural conditioning, and genetic memory. The person you call me is actually a constellation of memories pretending to be solid. It's a story your brain tells itself to create continuity in a reality that's actually fluid. But here's the revolutionary insight. Stories can be rewritten, programs can be deleted, identities can be transcended. When you begin to observe yourself objectively, you start noticing something profound. The thoughts you think are not yours. They arise from collective conditioning. The emotions you feel are not personal. They're energetic weather patterns moving through consciousness. The desires you chase are not your authentic longings. They're the echo of societal programming. This realization can feel terrifying to the ego mind because it threatens everything the personality believes about itself. The ego's primary function is survival, and it interprets dissolution as death. So it fights back with doubt, distraction, and familiar emotional turbulence. It will convince you that letting go of your identity means losing yourself completely. But this is the beautiful paradox. Only by becoming no one can you discover who you truly are. Imagine for a moment that you could release your attachment to your name. Just for this moment, let it become meaningless syllables. Now, release your attachment to your gender, your age, your profession, your relationships, your history. What would remain if you stripped away every label, every story, every role you play? What would be left is pure awareness. Consciousness without content. Being without becoming. This is your true nature, the eternal witness behind all experiences, the unchanging presence that observes all change. From this space of no identity, something miraculous begins to happen. Without the dense frequency of personality patterns clogging your energetic signal, you become transparent to the quantum field. You stop broadcasting the repetitive song of limitation and start emanating pure potential. The field recognizes this signature immediately. It's the frequency of creation itself, unbound, unlimited, infinite. When you operate from this space, you're no longer asking reality to conform to your personal desires. You're allowing reality to express its highest possibilities through you. But reaching this state requires more than intellectual understanding. It requires a systematic dissolution of everything you think you know about yourself. It requires courage to venture into the unknown territory beyond identity. Your body holds the key to this transformation. Every cell in your physical form carries emotional memory. Your posture reflects your personal history. Your breathing patterns encode your stress responses. Your nervous system runs on biological programs established in childhood. To truly shift your reality, you must reprogram these deeper layers of selfhood. This is where the magic happens, when you consciously release your grip on physical identification, when you stop defending your emotional patterns, when you cease defining yourself through your past experiences, your body begins to vibrate at a different frequency. The quantum field, which is pure intelligence, recognizes this new signal and begins orchestrating reality from an entirely different starting point. Most people try to change their lives while remaining the same person. They want different results while maintaining the same identity. But the universe doesn't work this way. Your external reality is always a perfect mirror of your internal frequency. To change what's outside, you must transform what's inside. Not your thoughts or beliefs, but your very sense of who you are. This process isn't comfortable. Your ego mind will resist with everything it has. Old emotions will surface as the body releases stored trauma. Doubt will whisper that you're losing yourself. Fear will suggest that without your familiar identity, you'll cease to exist. These are all normal parts of the dissolution process. The secret is to remain present through it all. Don't fight the discomfort. Don't try to rush the process. Simply observe with compassionate awareness as the old patterns unravel. Like a snake shedding its skin, you're not losing yourself. You're revealing your true nature. As this transformation deepens, you'll begin to notice something extraordinary. The desperate seeking that once drove your life starts to fade. The anxiety about the future diminishes. The regret about the past loses its grip. You're no longer a person trying to get somewhere. Your consciousness exploring itself through the experience of form. From this state of being, creation becomes effortless. You don't force reality to bend to your will. You allow reality to express its infinite creativity through your receptive awareness. Synchronicities multiply. Opportunities appear spontaneously. The right people show up at the perfect time. Life begins to feel magical, not because you're manipulating it, but because you've stopped interfering with its natural intelligence. This is the quantum shift, the leap from being someone limited to being no one infinite. It's not about gaining new powers. It's about removing the barriers that were blocking your natural state of unlimited potential. Now, let me guide you through a practical experience of this dissolution. Don't just think about these concepts. Feel them in your body, in your being, in the space beyond your usual sense of self. Close your eyes gently, not to escape reality, but to enter the deeper reality beyond form. Begin to soften your grip on physical sensation. Feel your feet, then let them dissolve into space. Feel your legs, then allow their boundaries to become fluid. Notice your torso, then release its solidity into pure awareness. Continue this process with your entire body. Soften the jaw, release the tongue. Let your face fade into spaciousness. Imagine there are no edges to your skin, no container for your consciousness. You're not inside your body. Your body is inside your awareness. Now expand beyond the room you're in. Let the walls become transparent. Release the ceiling, the floor, the boundaries of space. You're not located anywhere specific. You're everywhere and nowhere simultaneously. Feel what it's like to exist without a center, to be aware without a fixed point of reference. This isn't imagination. This is remembering your true nature as consciousness itself. In this space of no identity, notice what remains. Not your thoughts, they arise and dissolve in awareness. Not your emotions, they're temporary weather patterns in consciousness. Not your memories, their stories floating in the vastness of being. What remains is the witness, the observer, the eternal presence that watches all experiences come and go. This presence is what you truly are. It was never born and will never die. It doesn't need improvement, healing, or enhancement. It's already perfect, complete, infinite. From this space of pure being, feel the quantum field responding. Not to your personal desires, but to the frequency of unlimited potential you're now embodying. Don't try to create anything specific. Simply hold this state of open awareness and let the field organize reality around your new signature. You might notice subtle sensations of expansion, tingling, or energetic movement. These are signs that your nervous system is in training to a higher frequency. Your cells are remembering their connection to the infinite field of possibility. Stay in this space for as long as feels natural. Don't rush back to ordinary consciousness. Let this experience rewire your understanding of what's possible. You're not trying to achieve a temporary state, you're recognizing your permanent nature. As you slowly return to normal awareness, carry this recognition with you. You are not the limited person you thought you were. You are consciousness itself, temporarily playing the role of individuality. When you remember this truth consistently, your entire life becomes a canvas for the infinite to express its creativity. This is the quantum shift, from believing you are someone to knowing you are no one, and in that nothingness, discovering you are everything. The field responds to this recognition by reflecting back experiences that match your expanded identity. Not because you've gained something new, but because you've removed the illusions that were limiting your natural state of infinite potential. The transformation doesn't happen overnight. It's a gradual process of dissolving layer after layer of false identification. Some days you'll feel expanded and unlimited. Other days, the old patterns will reassert themselves. This is normal. Be patient with the process. Each moment of recognition, each experience of dissolution, each glimpse of your true nature creates permanent changes in your neural pathways and energy field. The key is consistency. Make this practice of becoming no one a regular part of your existence. Don't wait for perfect conditions or complete understanding. Start where you are, with whatever level of recognition you have. The field responds to sincere intention, not perfect execution. As this process deepens, you'll discover something remarkable. The problems that once seemed insurmountable begin to resolve themselves. The goals you were desperately chasing start manifesting effortlessly. The relationships you were trying to fix transform naturally. This isn't because you've gained control over reality, but because you've stopped interfering with its intelligent unfolding. You realize that your true power was never in becoming someone extraordinary. It was always in surrendering the illusion of being someone ordinary. The quantum field doesn't recognize your personal story. It only responds to your vibrational frequency. When that frequency becomes coherent with pure potential, reality reorganizes itself to match that coherence. This is your invitation to step beyond the boundaries of limited selfhood into the infinite expanse of what you truly are. Not as an escape from life, but as a deeper engagement with life's unlimited creative possibilities. You are not a wave trying to become the ocean. You are the ocean, temporarily experiencing itself as a wave. If this message has awakened something within you, if these words have activated a remembrance of your true nature, then you're ready for this transformation. Share your recognition in the comments below. Let the simple phrase, "I am the field," be your declaration of remembrance. Not as a belief, but as a direct experience of your infinite nature. Subscribe not just to this content, but to this frequency of unlimited potential. This isn't just a video. It's a portal to your true identity as consciousness itself. Those who remain in this recognition become transmitters of transformation, anchoring this frequency for others who are ready to make the quantum shift from someone to no one to everything. You are the field is you, and the field is always responding, always creating, always expressing the infinite through the magnificent illusion of form. Welcome home to your true nature. The quantum shift awaits.